All right, all right. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Right now, it is just Annabelle. Annabelle, if you can hear me clearly, can I get a 28.5 in the chat? Can you put 28.5 in the chat? Awesome. Wait, there's no point 0.5. Can you point? Okay, okay. I see. Okay, nice. Okay, so until the others join, it's just gonna be you reading. So let us get started. Uh, actually, before we go, have you ever read Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children?
No,
No. Okay, have you ever heard of this?
no.
Oh, damn. Okay, well, are you like a moviegoer? Do you like watching movies and stuff?
No.
No? Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, well, if you did, I was gonna recommend watching the movie because it's a really good movie, and the story's great. And I believe there's a series for this. Anyways, can you read the synopsis for us?
Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. A mysterious island, an abandoned orphanage, a strange collection of very curious photographs. All waits to be discovered in Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, an unforgettable novel that mixes fiction and photography in a thrilling reading experience. As our story opens, a horrific family tragedy sets 16-year-old Jacob journeying to a remote island off the coast of Wales, where he discovers the crumbling ruins of Miss Peregrine's home for peculiar children. As Jacob explores its abandoned bedrooms and hallways, it becomes clear that the children were more than just peculiar. They may have been dangerous. They may have been quarantined on a deserted island for good reason. And somehow impossible, though it seems they may still be alive. A spine-tingling fantasy illustrated with haunting vintage photography, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children will delight adults, teens, and anyone who relishes an adventure in the shadows.
Awesome. Thanks for reading that, Annabelle. So now that we have more students here, has anyone ever read this before? Has anyone ever watched the movie? No. Okay. Well, Xiaoya, have you ever read or watched the movie?
No. I've heard of it before.
Okay, heard of it. That's at least something. Okay. I recommend you obviously you guys read this. That's why I didn't put this up. But if you are not sure, you want to give it you I don't know, want to maybe see if it's your type of thing, maybe start by watching the movie because it's great. Anyways, let's go on to the author. Can I get a Ethan? Ethan, can you read this for us?
Recommended author and book. Ransom Riggs, born in 1979, is an American writer and filmmaker, widely recognized for his best-selling Miss Peregrine's Percul Perculus Per Percular Children series. Raised in Florida after being born on a historic farm in Maryland, Riggs developed a passion for storytelling, photography, and film for a young age. He pursued English literature at Kenyon College and later filmed at the University of Southern California. His unique creative process for the Miss Pridge series stemmed for his hobby of collecting antique, often unsettling vernacular photographs. He initially intended to create a picture book, but an editor encouraged him to build a story around these captivating images that led this to Miss Pridge's Home for Peculiar Children in 2011, which rapidly became a New York Times bestseller and was adapted into a major motion picture by director Tim Burton. Riggs has since expanded the Peculiar Children universe with multiple successful sequels and companion books, continuing to blend his accurate writing with haunting visual elements. He is married to fellow best-selling author Tara Maffei.
Awesome. Thanks for reading that, Ethan. Yeah, so the name is a bit of a word jumble. Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children. Peculiar. It's a very weird word to say. But that's also what it means, weird, basically. Okay, yeah, so it's a bit of a universe now. There's more books, more stories to tell within that universe. Okay, so actually the end of the first movie kind of sets it up for that. Just a heads up. Anyways, can I get a volunteer to read this? James, can you read this for us?
Early in life, we recognize certain talents in ourselves and we focus on those to the exclusion of others. It's not that nothing else is possible, but that nothing else was nurtured.
Okay, awesome. So for this one, I want you guys to not only okay, not only explain the meaning of this quote, but also, do you agree? And then obviously explain. I'm gonna give, I want more from this one. I think 5 minutes is quite a bit actually. Okay. You know what? Let's give you guys 6. Giving way more time, I want a little bit more, of course, because I think this quote was very interesting and I do want to know your actual thoughts on this. So 6 minutes starting now. All right. Time's up. Let's see what we came up with. Let's start off with Samuel. All right, Samuel, would you like to read yours first?
Oh, I forgot to say if I agree or not. This quote means that people tend to do what they're best at and leave a lot of opportunities to waste. For example, if you found out you were an excellent artist when you were younger, then perhaps your dream was to become an artist. Also, you weren't the best at science, but you really liked it. You would still choose art because you have more skill in it and people would admire your work. The quote is saying if you only focus on what you're good at, you might miss out on a lot of experiences.
Awesome. Awesome. This is very well done. Firstly, perfect intro, great example, great like is it a very thought out example. It's also very relatable. That's another thing that's important in examples, right? You want to make it so the reader can really understand what you're trying to say. And then again, you rephrase in your own words. This is perfect structure in my, or maybe not perfect. Like obviously there can be there's room for more, but uh this is ideal structure, I would say. Awesome, great stuff. So but do you personally agree with this, Samuel?
Um, I think it really depends how skilled they are at that certain area.
Mm.
If they were really skilled at it, then I would think that they should just go with it because that's their really big talent. But if they're pretty evened out overall, then I think they should just let see what the day brings them or something.
Yeah, yeah, no, okay, interesting, very cool, awesome. Okay, Rustler, go for it.
I didn't have much time because I joined late, but I believe this quote explores how our early experiences shape who we become, and not just through what we're good at, but also through what we don't develop.
Very, wow, this is very well said. That's very well said, and very connected to the quote. This is an awesome response. Okay, so far this has been great. Okay, James, go for it.
I just sent a new revised version of my work because my last sentence wasn't complete.
Okay, let me. Okay, go for it. Can you read this one? James, I think you got muted again.
Oh, I was unmuted. I think that this quote means that early in life we find what we are best at and what we cannot do, and that we also notice what others cannot do. The second sentence of this quote means that it's not that we are talented at certain things and instead we haven't tried hard enough at everything else. I agree with this quote. I can hit golf balls extremely well on the golf course. However, when I try to put the ball in the hole, I often miss, causing me to get bad scores. This isn't because I'm bad at putting, but instead I don't work hard enough on my putting.
Awesome, awesome. Great example. Great example. Also, isn't it putting? I could be wrong. I don't really golf.
I was searching it up because I didn't really know.
Okay,
I
okay.
think it's two T's.
No, this is spelled correctly, but pronunciation is
Yeah,
it?
I don't I think I pronounced it wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I think I usually hear people say putting, but anyways, doesn't matter in this case. I think that this co what we're best at and what we cannot do, and that we also notice what others cannot do, and that we also notice what others cannot do. Okay, so I would say this is a little bit awkward because what we are best at and what we cannot do, and we notice what others cannot do is also sort of like a list of 3 items, I would say. So maybe it would be best to get rid of this. Find what we are best at, what we cannot do, and what others cannot do. So I would actually just cross this out. Now it flows, it sounds a bit cleaner, and it just makes sense as a list of a couple items, right? 3 items. Second sentence quote means that it's not that we are talented at certain things. Instead, we haven't tried. Instead, we haven't tried enough. Right. I agree with this quote. I can hit golf balls. I can hit balls. Okay, I agree with this quote. Maybe I would say something like because, or if it's an example, you put a period here, put a whatever, put a period here, and then continue this. I can hit golf balls extremely well on the golf course. Oh, what did I just do? However, so this could just be offset with a comma. However, when I try to put the ball in the hole, I often miss. Okay, wait, now this is not semicolon. However, when I try to put the ball in the hole, I often miss, causing me to get bad scores. This isn't because I'm bad at putting. This isn't because I'm bad at putting, but instead I don't work hard enough at my putting. Instead, comma, I don't work hard enough at my putting. Okay. Well, I would argue what you're trying to say is that you're not inherently or naturally bad at putting. You just, right? Because technically you are bad at putting, technically speaking, generally speaking. But it's, I guess the argument is that it's the reason that is because you don't work at it. You probably work hard at driving, which is very fun. Awesome. Okay. Who are we missing? We have a few in the middle. Okay, Annabelle, keep us going.
This quote highlights how our early experiences affect the paths we pursue by encouraging certain areas while ignoring others. We focus on talents so our notice are supported by those around us. Over time, this can cause us to overlook other activities, not because we lack the skill in them, but because they were never given the space to grow.
Not because it's gonna cause, not because, but because we were never given the space to grow. Great. Awesome. Awesome. School highlights how it affects paths we pursue by encouraging certain areas while ignoring others. Great. Awesome. Great intro. Awesome. The only thing I would say to improve this is like some examples, but great overall response. Thanks, Annabelle. Ethan, would you like to read yours?
Us people can see from a very young age what we are good at and what interests us. But some of the things that we might want to do, but are limiting ourselves by thinking we are too weak or just not fit for this activity. I agree with this statement because it is relatable with most of us, people having so much more interest than we can see, even if we know that this interest is something we want to pursue, our mental thoughts might say otherwise, causing us to miss out on an activity we might enjoy and be good at.
Awesome. Okay. Us people can see from a very young age. So I guess this is like an artistic choice. So I'm gonna leave it, but generally, I wouldn't start it with us people. I would just say people in general. But it is like as an artistic choice, I can kind of understand because you're including yourself in there. You really want to include the reader in there as well. But anyways, people can see from a very young age what we are good at and what interests us. But some of the other things we might want to do. But I would say just change this. Okay, so this is a little bit awkward. This can be improved by saying something like, but we can, but we might be limiting ourselves by avoiding other things that are not as interesting by avoiding or you know what, we could even just say by avoiding other things, right? Because you've already said what you're good at and what interests us, and then you avoid other things, right? Or maybe not put as much effort into those other things. Okay. But I think we are too weak. Oh. Other things. We might be limiting other things because we think we're not a fit for it. I say a fit for it because a fit for it is a little bit broad. It means you don't fit for it mentally, physically, maybe personality wise, emotionally, etc. That's just an example of how we can make these two sentences a little less awkward, right? And also this is like too weak or just not fit for this activity. I feel like this covers not fit for this activity covers too weak as well. So I think it's best to just say just not fit for this activity. I agree with the statement because it is relatable with most of us. Relatable to most of us. To most of us. People have so much more interest than we can see, even if we know that interest is something we want to pursue. Shall we?
Can I go use the bathroom?
Yeah. Our mental thoughts might say otherwise, causing us to miss out on an activity we might actually enjoy and be good at. Awesome. Great stuff. Great stuff. This is very true. It's very true. Interesting. Okay, Jaya's gone. Convenient timing, Jaya. Ethan.
May I also go to the bathroom?
Yes. Jaya, are you back? Okay, no, I'll read it. What Ransom Riggs is trying to convey is that we shouldn't judge a person based on their abilities and weaknesses. Interesting. He also tells us that other people have different skills and strengths that should never be looked down on. This quote really sheds the light on the current experiences that are happening in our world and gives us an important life lesson to follow. That's interesting. If we recognize and the exclusion of it, it's not that nothing else is possible, but that anything else is never true. So interesting. So I think there is. Okay, I don't think this is exactly what Ransom Riggs is saying here, but I think there is a cool extrapolation a little bit. You can apply this quote to relationships and people as well, right? So I think that's a very cool thing that Xiaoya was able to find there. Early in life, we recognize certain talents in ourselves, and we focus on those to the exclusion of others. This could also be applied to friends and people, right? When you're young, you make friends because you guys are both into volleyball, or you guys both found like the same TV show, right? And then you stick to those friends a lot of the times, right? I mean, as you grow up and you go to different schools, you change friends, whatever. But usually you start being friends for a somewhat arbitrary reason. And then you focus on those relationships, you continue being friends, whatever. But then sometimes, you exclude others and you avoid being friends with other people you might not have thought about being friends with for one reason or the other. And really, that's probably just because you haven't them a chance. You haven't played sports with them or played video games with them or done stuff, spent some time with them, right? So that is a cool application of this quote that I found in or that Xiaoya found here. So good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Vocab of the day. Let's get a volunteer reader. I think I had everyone read so far. Let's get Russell. Russell, can you read this for us?
Paucity. Noun. The presence of something only in small or insufficient quantities or amounts. Scarcity. Example. There was a paucity of evidence, making it difficult to determine the culprit. Malinger. Verb. Exaggerate or feign illness in order to escape duty or work. Example. He was suspected of malingering to avoid the difficult chores on the farm. Acquiesce.
Acquiesce.
Acquiesce. Verb. Accept something reluctantly but without protest. Example. She decided to acquiesce to her parents' demands, knowing it would be easier than arguing. Cogent. Adjective. Of an argument or case. Clear, logical, and convincing. Example. The lawyer presented a cogent argument that persuaded the jury of his client's innocence. Salient. Adjective. Most noticeable or important. Example. The salient feature of the new building was its innovative, eco-friendly design.
Awesome. So I would say this is more so pronounced salient. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to start a 3-minute timer. You know the drill, one paragraph or one short sentence with all the, not, it doesn't have to be short sentence. Actually, it doesn't make sense to say short sentence and one paragraph. One paragraph or one sentence with all the words. Okay, 3 minutes starting now. All right, all right. Time is up. Let's see what we came up with. Okay, Rustler, go for it.
Wait, can you put the words in the chat?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Rustler.
The cogent argument given by student Bob forced Principal George to acquiesce to the fact that Bob did not malinger to escape the test, since George had a positive amount of evidence and did not have any obvious or salient witnesses to prove the feign.
Ooh, nice. Okay, wait. Salient witness. Most, I guess. I'm just trying to. I would say like the salient argument and the cogent witness. Okay. Yeah, okay, my issue is just salient witness feels a little awkward. It's not really often used that way, but I guess there's no reason it can't be. But besides that, great job. Great job. Awesome. Okay. Samuel, would you like to read yours?
At work, he only received the paucity while he watched his co-workers take on the heavy load. His friends were hosting a party, so he malingered his way out of work to attend. Once he got back to work the next day, the most salient member on the team became his manager and fired him immediately. Although he tried persuading him to keep him, his speech was cogent. He acquiesced the information and drove home.
Okay, awesome. Wait, so this word is acquiesced. At work, he only received the paucity. Okay, presence of something. Okay, so he only receives the paucity. He only receives a paucity of work, right? He only receives a paucity. Ooh. I lost my. Okay, a paucity of work while he watches his coworkers take on the heavy load. His friends were hosting a party, so he lingered out of work. Once he got back to work, this salient member of the team became his manager and fired him immediately. Although he tried to persuade him, to keep him. He tried to persuading him to keep him. So, although he tried persuading, I would say it's much better to say something like his new manager to keep him. His speech was cogent. Nice. He acquiesced the information and drove. Okay, fair enough. Good stuff. Good stuff, Samuel. Okay, James, go for it.
Jimmy's friend provided a cogent argument on why vegetables were bad. So Jimmy decided to acquiesce to his friend's pleas. There was a paucity of vegetables on his plate now. Jimmy thought about malingering to eat more vegetables. It was silent that Jimmy needed vegetables.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay, yeah. So you used each sentence for the words, but it made sense and they're all connected. So good stuff. Let's go to. Okay, my time management here is a little off. We're running a little bit late. So I'm going to do something. I'm just going to read these quickly if that's okay. Her cogent presentation of the dish's salient flavors convinced her mom to acquiesce to Mom to acquiesce. Let's acquiesce. Mom to acquiesce. What's her mom to acquiesce? So I would say acquiesce making the dish. So write the positive ingredients. Oh, to make. No, never mind. Never mind. Yes, to making the dish, write the positive ingredients. Dad attempt to linger and avoid cleaning the kitchen. Awesome. Okay, good stuff. Ethan, he was malingering to avoid his work duties because of his family's. So this would be family's food paucity. Paucity of food. I think this works. The salient information had found what he was at. The salient information had found what he was at. The salient. This doesn't make sense. He decided to acquiesce after he had been found, but had put up a cogent to try and keep his job. Put up a cogent doesn't make sense. So the reason that doesn't make sense is cogent is an adjective, right? So lingering to avoid his work duties. Okay, yeah. Those part need to be fixed based on definition of the word and how the words are used. And then Jalia, Bob's salient advertisement wasn't cogent at all since he had paucity of evidence, malingered to escape work, and for strangers to test it, which caused him to acquiesce his request. Awesome. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Good job, everyone. Okay. Now, let's get to hot take section. Hot take section. So, I want to do this in different steps. So who here, like, raise your hand if you had a hot take that you were really excited to share? Nobody? Okay. Okay. Well, anyways, either way. Then we'll do this one in 3 steps. So first step. Okay. First step, 1 sentence of your hot take. Okay, so what the? 1 sentence of your hot take. So I just want pineapple on pizza is good. Baseball is the most boring sport. No explanation, whatever. Just the 1 sentence of the hot take. I'm going to give everyone 1 minute, okay? 1 minute for the hot take, starting now. Okay, sorry, I gave you guys extra time by accident. Um, Jeez Louise, there's so many. Okay. Why did why did you say you're gonna start beef with Annabelle?
Because you said that avocados are boring and yucky, but I love avocados.
Wait,
They're like my favorite food.
I didn't even see. Oh, okay. Um, oh,
Annabelle, I will disagree.
all these, all these comments on the messages itself are making it so hard to copy. Um, okay. Do we have everyone? No, we don't. We're missing two people. Samuel. Okay. Russell gave him quite a bit. Okay, so now this one. I actually want, this first round, everyone is going to defend someone else's hot take. So you have to act like you believe in this hot take and defend it firstly. Okay, so I'm gonna look back to see who responded things first. Samuel, Russell, James. Okay, so Samuel, pick one of these hot takes that you are going to defend. So I want you to
Oh, okay.
defend their hot take first.
Um, uh, Russell.
Okay. Now, Russell, who would you like to defend?
Samuel.
Samuel. Okay. Close loop. Okay, James, who would you like to defend?
Can I do my own?
No, someone else's.
Annabelle?
Annabelle. Okay, Annabelle, who would you like to defend?
James.
James. Okay, then that leaves. Who does that leave? That leaves Ethan and Zhaoya. Okay. So I'm
Wait, I'm
gonna,
defending him?
yeah, you are both
Wait, I don't know anything about trading card games.
you're gonna make it up. You're gonna look it up or make it up or do whatever. You have
Oh, wait, Ethan, I'm so sorry. I have no idea what I'm supposed to write.
to. Okay, so I'm going to start a 3-minute timer starting now.
Wait, Ethan, can you fight in Pokemon TCGs?
Yes, it's a
Okay,
TCG.
thanks.
Okay, time is up. Let's see what we came up with. What's going on? I see something about tomatoes, Italy. You guys know that tomatoes aren't even from Italy, they're from Mexico. Anybody know that? Okay. Okay. So we can get started. Oh, we're missing two. What? How did Ethan's and Samuel's get lost here? Okay. Ethan, would you like to read yours?
Sure. You should open a banana from the bottom because opening from the top is way harder with the stem in your way. And when opening your banana from the top, it could also ruin it by having it being squashed. But did you know that monkeys open a banana from the bottom so that way there is less in the way and also prevents you from squishing your snack?
Awesome. So this wouldn't be a but. But means you're contradicting. So that's actually just get rid of that. It's fine. Did you know that monkeys open their banana from the top so there is less in the way, and it also prevents you from squishing your snack. So, okay, awesome. Awesome. Good defense. Samuel, would you like to read yours?
Humans are learning creatures, which means school can help them learn to become more developed people. Though let's say a student gets introduced to ChatGPT, then their ability to do certain things never adapt, which then the person will lack skills that they need. With AI doing work for you, you'll maintain the same intelligence level throughout your whole life.
Very good point. Are learning creatures great, which means school can help them learn to become more developed people. So let's say student gets introduced, then they're able to do certain things. Then their this is wrong there. Their ability to do certain things never adapt, which this would just be, and the person will lack the skills they need. Awesome, good stuff. Annabelle, go for it.
Mangoes are terribly yucky because the taste makes you spit it out immediately. They somehow manage to be sweet in a bad way. Plus, when you bite into small tomatoes, the juice squirts onto your face. When you bite into large tomato slices like the ones in burgers, the juice drips everywhere and the squishy, juicy texture is gross.
Awesome. Okay. Juices there. Okay. Good stuff, Annabelle. I disagree. I love tomatoes, but I don't. Oh, I guess small tomatoes being like baby tomatoes. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, Rustler, go for it.
There's a D. AI used by students undermines learning when you depend on it and widens inequality. Firstly, when kids rely on AI to write essays, solve math problems, or summarize books, they stop learning how to think deeply and metacognitively. It's a goddamn school where you use something called your brain. Secondly, not every student has access to advanced AI tools, fast internet, or even a quiet place to use them.
It's a goddamn school where you speak culture, right? Okay. Secondly, not every student has access to advanced AI tools, fascinating. Great. Very, very cogent argument, except for this part. Quiet space would affect you. I mean, you don't need a quieter space for using AI tools than you would non-AI tools. So I don't think this actually serves a purpose.
I meant like a private space.
Yeah, but I guess the argument here is if it relying on AI, you have to compare the use of AI tools versus studying working the
What I meant when I said that was because like at my school they have like a lot like school AI, which like introduces you to AI. So like you like ask like when was George Washington born or something, and then AI will give it to you, and then that's like your main study source. Like that's what I meant, not like writing essays for you or anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, either way, it's up to anyone's. But good, thanks for that. Okay, Xiaoya, go for it.
I don't know anything about this topic, so yeah, it might be really bad. Pokemon TCG games are elite, and this is why. Pokemon TCGs are a great substitute to the iconic video games. You can fight and use your powers against other people just like on the screen, except they don't melt your eyes. They also teach players how to strategize and use their cards wisely in order to defeat your opponents. I think it's opponents. I did opponent. I don't know. I think it's the same thing. This is why Pokemon TCG games are the best.
This is funny because like I don't think Pokemon fans would like that you called it a substitute to the video games because I think like some hardcore Pokemon fans.
I don't know. I don't know anything about this.
I think most people would
Ask my
start with
sister.
the
I don't
game.
know.
They would start with the games, in my opinion.
The video games or the
But they don't melt your eyes off. They don't like burn your eyes, so I think it's fine.
I think like most TCG Pokemon players will like enjoy playing the games, and then they get introduced to the TCG, and they'll enjoy it more.
okay, fair enough. Go interesting. Okay, James, would you like to read yours?
Avocados are yucky because of their lack of taste, weird texture, and their disgusting taste when they are either overripe or rotten. Unripe avocados might have a bitter taste or no flavor at all, making them clearly a terrible fruit if you eat the wrong one. Overripe avocados, on the other hand, can become mushy and form a sour taste when eaten.
Awesome. Okay. So I only marked that as orange because I totally agree with that section. I love avocados otherwise, but yes, they overripe way too quickly and super annoying. But anyways, sorry. This is annoying because I had to throw out some avocados yesterday. So this is very much on my mind. Unripe avocados. Okay, awesome. Okay, now you guys know the drill. Now I want people to attack these opinions. Okay, so let me go back to the last activity. So first one we got from here. Second one, well, it's the exact same people who submitted first. Let's go to this one. Ethan, Samuel, Annabelle. Okay. Ethan, whose would you like to attack? Which opinion here?
Can you go back to the opinions?
Uh, well, I guess from here you could just uh like go from here, like what these people said, not the original opinion.
I swear, if you attack mine, I'm attacking yours.
Ethan, go for it. Whose would you like to attack?
Uh,
You get first pick.
James.
Okay. James. Okay, then we'll stick to this first, this order first. Okay, Samuel, whose would you like to attack?
Wait, who's already taken?
Only James.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, are we like attacking like who that person like defended? Because like,
You could just attack the like what they wrote here.
oh, okay. Jalia.
Okay.
But am
Okay.
I attacking
I'm gonna have some beef with you.
Wait, but am I attacking Pokemon or what she said before?
Pokemon TCG games are elite.
Oh. Wait, then can I attack Ethan?
Okay. Ethan, and then Annabelle, who would you like to attack? So far, it's only James and Ethan who are taken. So just mark this. James and Ethan are okay. Annabelle, who would you like to pick? Okay, I gotta start having countdowns.
Zalia.
Yeah, okay. Okay, and then now we could just go in whatever, we'll just continue this order. Russell, who would you like to go attack?
Okay, so I hate avocados.
Okay, I'm gonna guys, I'm sorry. 3.
James's.
Yep, all the ones in orange are taken.
Oh, no. Wait, but I like tomatoes.
3.
Okay, then Samuel's, I guess. Wait, I'm attacking my own. Wait.
If you like
Wait,
tomato,
hold up.
you
Wait.
can
Whoa. Can
okay.
I attack my own?
Yeah, you can attack your own.
Okay.
So you're gonna attack Samuel's?
No, I'm going to attack mine.
Oh, this one right here.
Yeah.
No,
Which
no,
is Samuel's.
no, sorry.
What?
I'm confused. Sorry.
Okay, then I'm gonna attack the tomatoes.
Okay. Annabelle, and then that leaves who's left?
Me.
Xiaoya, you
Wait, Samuel, Well, what is Samuel's topic?
Wait, what?
What
Samuel's
was Samuel's
topic is
original topic?
Like,
the
not
AI
to,
one.
yeah.
The
Okay.
Russells?
so,
Okay, then I'll attack Russells
okay.
or Samuel's. Same thing.
Okay, I'm gonna
I didn't even attack yours. Wait, I did. Never mind.
You did. You attacked my original one. It's on.
Okay, so if I made a mistake here or something, let me know. Otherwise, we'll go with that. I put it in the chat. Actually, yeah. I'm just gonna mark them all orange so no one feels left out. Okay. So I'm starting a 3-minute timer now. Attack, attack, attack.
Samuel, I deleted my reasons and then you can't use the ones that I wrote.
I took a screenshot.
Oh. Can you please delete it? I'm
That's
deleting my original one. This is
That's
bad.
absolutely
I'll think about it.
Oh crap, I can't delete it. Udrin, can you delete the one that you defended me on?
what?
Can you delete the one that you defended me, like the defending one? Because I don't want Samuel to like use those reasons and like oppose me.
You mean the one that I did to defend you?
The one that you defend me on, like the banana one.
Oh, okay. Done.
Wait, Samuel, what's your topic? Wait, teacher Nib, what is Samuel's topic?
It was like, use it, like, you shouldn't use AI for school, basically.
Yeah. Well, when I say like Zhao, you're attacking Russell. So when I say Russell, I mean this one right here on screen, not Russell's first.
Yeah, I know, but I
Okay.
just say Samuel's because that's Samuel's like thing. Wait, I'm gonna have to leave for a second. It's kind of glitching.
Sure. Oh, Annabelle, Pokemon TCG is trading card game. I think I'll give you guys one more minute, maybe two. There's a lot of chatter.
What
Wait,
is a
can I
trading
give
card?
2 versions of my response?
Okay, that's fine. Annabelle, sorry, you were asking what is a trading card game? It's like you collect Pokemon cards and then there's a system in which you like challenge someone else, right? And then there's like you have to try and beat the other person with their Pokemon cards, and there's rule set, like you can only play this many cards and whatever, and it's like a board game basically, but you collect the cards.
It's like poker, but without gambling money.
Sure. All right. Time is up. So Russell, I'm not even gonna read both. You have to pick one to put up.
The second one.
All right. Okay. All right, Samuel, would you like to read yours first? Oh, wait, what happened to Samuel? Okay. In case he joins back, I'll okay. Ethan, start us off.
Avocados are the definition of perfection because of one thing. It goes on tortilla chips. Need I say more? And yes, it can rot very quickly, but isn't that why we invented refrigerators? Plus, it goes great on most foods. On top of that, avocados are delicious.
Plus, I would say there. Great. Good defense. Good argument. That was very snappy, very snappy. So, arguments like this, like when they're very curt and almost make the other side seem ridiculous, are unfortunately very effective. So, like lawyers will use this sometimes, but um, to like try and convince people of certain things, but it's still technically a logical fallacy. Like it may work in like arguments against your friends or in a courtroom, whatever, but when you're, actually trying to get to the bottom of something, then this type of rhetoric won't work. Okay, Russell, would you like to read yours?
Taste is inherently subjective, but declaring tomatoes disgusting ignores the vast number of preparation methods and styles in which tomatoes are used. Also, beyond taste, tomatoes are rich in nutrients including vitamin 3, potassium something, and the antioxidant something. I just searched these up. I don't know what they do.
Okay, awesome. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You could use research to support your argument. That's totally fine. As long as you're not getting Google to write things out. This is great. Great. I love this first sentence. It's subjective, you know, obviously hot takes are supposed to be hot and they're sometimes a little bit outrageous, right, with how fast or how wide the claim goes, but I like how you ground it. Taste is inherently subjective, but calling it disgusting is outlandish, and you gave some reasons. So this is great response. Awesome. Okay, Annabelle, would you like to read yours?
Pokemon TCG is not a terrible game because it is really frustrating when you is a terrible game because it is really frustrating when you always get beaten because you can't find any good cards. Plus, you have to get a binder to store your cards in, and organizing them takes a lot of time. It really isn't worth it considering it's only a game.
Awesome. Because it is really frustrating is not a terrible game because you can't find. Plus, you have to get. So, it's not a terrible game. I think you meant to say it is a terrible game.
Yeah.
Is a terrible game because it's really frustrating. So to get a binder store cards and organize it really isn't worth it considering it's only just a game. Awesome. Okay, very good, very good. So yeah, sort of just generally, it's unlike other games, you have to get a binder to store your cards, whatever. You know what I would also argue? It's very expensive. People spend thousands of dollars sometimes on it. Okay,
Not necessarily. You don't have to spend like thousands of dollars.
you're right. You don't have to. You're right.
There's a really broken card in the TCG that's like 2 cents.
Oh wow. I guess the card value is not based on how it's used, right? It's like, oh, what's going on? Oh, sorry, this was frozen. Okay. What's going on? All right, guys, I'm very confused.
Samuel and Zarya both left.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Okay, I'm gonna stop the share here and close this tab and then reopen it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. Okay, Samuel's back at least.
Ah, that side.
Okay, let me share the screen again. Okay. Where are we? Okay. Okay, great stuff, Annabelle. And now let's go to
Samuel read this?
James. Oh, yeah, Samuel did not read his. Samuel, would you like to read yours? Give me 1 second. Okay, go for it.
You should open a banana from the top because opening it from the stem is much quicker and a cleaner process. If you peel it from the bottom, you have to dig your nails into the peel and they get all sticky and gooey. Also, pulling the stem is so fast and efficient. Why would you waste your time peeling from the bottom and have to washing your hands? In conclusion, you should peel the banana from the stem, aka the right way.
Awesome. Good response, Samuel. Good arguments too. So those are not very easy to come across. Okay. James, would you like to read yours?
AI can do all the repetitive and boring tasks while allowing you to focus your time on more creative and strategic activities. AI can be used for drug discovery and personalized medicine. AI is a useful tool that can help us do the boring, monotonous, repetitive, dull, and tedious work.
Wow, that's very insightful, James. How do you know this? Did you like Google this, or are you just study?
I know most of those words.
No, not the words like drug discovery and personalized medicine. Like, do you?
Yeah, I Googled the drug discovery. I have no idea.
Okay. I was like, wow, that's very insightful. Like, I thought you were maybe very into AI or something. Yeah, I think that's the future, personally, like of use of AI. They're already using it to um help with identify new protein structures that can help with medicine and things like that. So very cool stuff. Okay. Yeah, Jaya, no worries. Okay, so timing wise, that was very interesting by adding a section where you have to attack someone else's defend someone else's opinion, then attack someone else's opinion. Added quite a bit of time, and I added a little bit extra in the beginning of class. But let's see if we can go through some of this article in this next little bit. Okay, what have you seen online lately that could use some fact checking? We challenge you to choose news items that interest you, whether politics, sports, entertainment, or any other category, and find out how accurate it is. So, can we get Xiaoya? Can you read this one?
Did you hear that Hurricane Helen and Milton were sent to help the Democrats win the election in November? Did you read that they were engineered to clear the way for lithium mining? or that they had been formed by weather-controlling lasers? If so, you're not alone. Wildly improbable conspiracy theories about the storm spread largely unchecked on social media this month. Here are the New York Times articles from October 10th reported on these rumors and the damage they caused. The claims persist despite attempts by scientists and government officials to debunk them with evidence. They survive all calls to reason. The falsehoods which have been circulating on X, TikTok, YouTube, and other platforms can resemble the conspiracy theories, the plague, modern American politics. That plague modern American politics. Prominent figures are pushing them, citing unrelated, misleading, or outdated evidence.
Awesome. Okay. So who here has seen stuff on the news or YouTube or whatever where people are talking about things and it's just untrue? Ethan?
I've seen it, yeah.
Yep. Any, like, do you have an example in mind? Or just generally?
Just in general.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Can we get Rustler? Can you read this one?
But the risks are often more immediate. Online climate-related conspiracy theories can quickly cause damage offline, disrupting emergency communications and recovery efforts. Officials have said this week that the disinformation about Hurricanes Helene and Milton was making relief workers a target. And the American Red Cross warned that the outlandish claims could prevent survivors from seeking help. Recently, we asked students about their relationship with. As we note in our related roundup, across comments in that forum, teenagers showed a sophisticated understanding of how the attention economy works. Their answers were thoughtful about how and why media in general treats news as a product, and how that shapes the way they think and feel as a result. Your generation has grown up navigating information online, as many students pointed out, and as some studies show, that means that teenagers are often better at spotting misinformation than many other adults are.
Awesome. Okay. So, this is partially true. I find that, yeah, adults don't really, they just see stuff on whatever, like Red Note or WeChat or WhatsApp and Facebook, and they just believe it a lot of the times. And it's like, no, that's just not. Sometimes my parents will send me some stuff. They'll be like, whoa, look at this, like, da, da, da. It's like, no, that's just fully a made-up article. Fully made up. Or not, sorry, less so articles. Like sometimes they'll send me like a picture of something, and I'm like, that's not true. So anyways, can we get no, I think Ja, you read this right. Annabelle, can you read this one?
So now we're asking you to show us your skills. We are inviting you to choose a recent item in the news that is interesting to you, whether about politics, entertainment, science, sports, or anything else, and figure out how much of it is true. Then tell us the story of your search in the comments. Need help? Here are some ways that students told us they check for news items authenticate. Here's what Mia from Abington Friends School wrote. When I consume news, I try my best to do it from many different sources if it's a big, important piece. If I see something on Instagram, I try and check if it's real off at least 2 or 3 good news sites that I trust. Or I ask my parents because they're the ones who taught me how to be smart with the media I consume. I think with everything you consume, you should always be aware of whether or not it's exaggerated, omitting information or perspectives, or false, and why.
Awesome. Okay, so I guess we won't have time for this activity, but anyways, let's go. Let's do this one. Can I get James? Can you read this one?
It's challenging to get kids to actually read the news. Beyond the headline, heck, it's challenging to get anyone to read the actual story. We are given a false sense of having read the story because we read similar headlines from so many different sources. But if you want the nuisances you have to read, assuming that kids are going to hop on Google and go for the first hit they get, instead of scolding them, encourage students to fact check the information they find to be sure it's accurate. Take the time to show them headlines for a big news story was two different sources, a liberal offering and a conservative one. They then encourage them to hop on news sources to see how their headlines might compare to, say, those in New York Times or Wall Street Journal.
Awesome. Okay, yeah. So I recommend you guys do the same when you're getting your news. Don't just look at memes. Go verify things from multiple sources, reputable journalism companies, whatever, government resources, everything. Just don't accept memes as the truth. Okay, so um okay, let's do add this to the homework. Okay. So, anyways, okay, I'll leave that there. That is all for today, guys. Thanks for participating. Maybe I'll adjust the time for the hot take section a little bit next time. All right, that's all for today. Have a good one.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.